Greetings to you. Who's that? We'll see. Hey, you!
How are you?
Very well. Thanks for asking. Fancy a chat?
Do you want something from me?
Pay homage and tribute.
Who to? You?
To our hero here. The all-conquering warrior. The meanest, toughest slugger around. The one and only Yarda the Great.
They call this fellow what? The toughest slugger? I'm not convinced.
You don't believe me? Then you'll have to fight it out. Get ready to put him out.
Come on, then.
Come on, Yarda! Dead man! Knock him out cold!
Now that's what I call an opener!
Fire that wretch! Come on! Left, right! Come on, Yarda! Batter that wretch! Come on! Right!
That hit home!
Come on, Yarda! Oh! Come on, Yarda! Batter that wretch! Ha-ha! Knock him out cold! Come on, Yarda!
Fuck you!
Come on, Yarda! Come on! Left! Right!
That hit home!
Kick his arm! Batter that wretch!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp!
Come on! Left! Right! Kick his arm! Kick his arm! Come on, Yarda!
Ah! Fuck you!
Come on, Yarda! Oh! Batter that wretch! Knock him out cold! Batter that wretch! That's impossible! There's no way a milksop like you could take down Yarda!
And yet I'm the one still standing on my feet.
You must be some kind of warlock! There's no other explanation.
I'm no warlock.
Are you a battle
You could put it that way.
You know what that means? Yarda the Great!
No. Yarda the Great is
But he went toe, and you taught him everything you know.
What? Right.
Maybe. What will it be? Careful.
I apologize.
Oh well, now just this. Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
Here we are. Good.
Well, this doesn't seem
You
too
remember
bad.
It's
Tilka
filthy
from Carrots's
again.
Mill?
Damn it.
She once hid me and Racek for a week or so when we were on the run.
I'll be
She's
right
not
there.
anymore, is she? Karis got rid of her. I never found out why.
Because she's not all there. She's barking mad, that girl.
What's she up to then?
She bagged a widower in some village. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, she stole from the church there.
Not the smartest move, that.
And what
That's
can I
not
get
all.
for you?
Not only did she clean out the village church, she made a dress out of the altar cloth. Then she swanned about the village
Just a
in it
moment.
like it was the most normal thing in the world. And when the bailiff and his men turned up, she was surprised they knew it was her.
DL.
I reckon it'll be
I'd laugh if I didn't know what's in store for her.
I would kill for some meat.
You're not alone. If I wanted to fast, I might as well go to the monastery.
You two.
You? What would you do there? Unless they needed a scarecrow for the cabbage patch.
Whereas they'd make you the abbot, your reverence.
An abbot with a habit. A drinking habit.
What else today will bring?
But speaking of fasting, I heard something good. In some monastery in
God be
Sasau,
with you.
there was some
Good
monk
to
who
see
just
you.
loved meat. So he had the cellar filled with water up to his ankles and put a couple of pigs in there.
Why, for fuck's sake?
Because when you fast, you're only allowed to eat things that live in water.
Pigs might swim. How long did that work out for him?
What do I know? They might still be there.
Pigs can't live in water, can they?
You can't drown in water up to your
something to
ankles.
eat, thanks.
Besides, we had pigs at home when I was a nipper.
Well,
take
day.
my
Want some of them?
word for it, they
Hiya,
can live
greetings.
anywhere.
I see you took after them.
Very droll. God be with you, neighbour.
God bless you.
God bless.
I feel quite hungry.
I apologize.
Praise God. Fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Come and take a look. Quality
Bottles,
good. Fresh mushrooms.
pot lids. The finest mugs. Mugs for sale.
Come and take a gander.
Muslan,
We've got it all.
Barchet, the strongest Barchet from Cashon.
Pot lids. The finest mugs. Mugs for sale.
Pots here.
Axes, hands, nails, take your pick. All quality wares.
Buy 2 pots. I've got lots.
Tools, iron tools.
Bottles.
Tools here.
Pictures. Fine pictures. Just come and take a look. Vegetables. Horseradish, delicious
What can I do for you? This...
Hogs for sale. Big, strong
Do your
hogs.
shopping here
Hogs
and
for
you're in the
sale.
clear.
Come back!
What do you have?
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything? Then, eh?
Fine day.
What would you like?
Come and take your pick. Buy some new plates.
I'll have a look at the wares. I'd like to discuss the
Sure.
What would you say to...
You won't convince me with this. I'm done, Hag.
Take your pick.
What can you do? Farewell, then.
I've got lots. Have a bowl as well.
Thank you, and take care.
Tools here!
Don't be coy. My wares will bring you joy. Thank you. And good day to you, friend.
This is money. What?
Knives! Knives for sale! Iron and steel! All quality pieces!
God bless.
Nobody here.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Shalom Aleichem, Henry.
Where have you been, God?
I got held up with something.
Then you should give thanks to that something, because you have been born again.
Oh? How's that?
If you had come on time, you would have faced quite an unpleasant meeting. That I can assure you. You're not the first to come looking for Lord Liechtenstein, and none of them had exactly good intentions.
All I want is to speak to Lord Liechtenstein.
The ones before you said the same. Honeyed words and a dagger behind their backs. But it seems luck is with you, though. While you were gone, I asked around about you. Somebody saw you at Zuchtol in the company of the Margrave. That is some highborn mensch. How do you know him?
My father knows him.
Well now, I did not know I was dealing with a nobleman.
You're not, but that's beside the point. Will you take me to Liechtenstein or not?
Of course. There is just one thing. Liechtenstein is in hiding, and I have my orders, regardless of who you are.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid you will have to wear special headgear for the occasion. A sack over your head.
Whatever. Just get me to Liechtenstein.
Wait. Who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you, and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
Not well. As we were approaching Trotsky, we were attacked by bandits. They killed all our men.
What?
We only got away by a hair's breadth. And we lost everything, including the message. We ended up in rags, like beggars. They wouldn't let us into the castle. After that, we tried to get by as best we could.
Good God! I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
We did.
And? What was von Berkoff's reaction?
That bastard first used us, and then wanted to get rid of us. We only just avoided being killed.
Sacre. So there's no chance the League of Lords will turn against Sigismund?
No chance. On the contrary. Von Berghoff and von Aulitz came here to Kuttenberg to be at Sigismund's beck and call.
Christ. And what are you doing here, actually?
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka? Jan Zizka of Trotsnov?
You know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth, if you remember.
That rat from Talmberg. What was he doing there?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So the fucker's still alive?
Not any longer.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
To our enemy's death.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as that happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
If we cause trouble for Sigismund, it could threaten his plans, he said. That's cowardice, if you ask me.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Yobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Yobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Yobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And?
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malyshoff Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malyshoff? And if von Berkoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malyshoff Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell three of us conquer a fortress, and one of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malyshoff. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Yobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malyshoff belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in...
All right.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want...
Come to think of it...
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot. All right.
Good luck, and be careful. There's bound to be...
Tell me about it.
Careful.
Sholem. Did I forget to add salt?
Why is this sticky?
It needs a little something.
And that's that. Epes.
Careful. Good to see you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not bad, so far.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jesus Christ be praised. I'll whisk her away no matter what.
You said you needed some help with...
Something's happened.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Lichtens, and one of the servant girls I questioned...
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be...
I'll help you. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was... I heard they found her all hacked up. Tossed somewhere by the town wall. They took the body to the morgue by the...
I'll go take a look at her.
I think that would be for the best. You can ask the gravedigger for detail.
Do you think there could be...
I don't know. Maybe she... But it's strange. Why would...
What about your other...
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep... That's why Alice's death...
When did you last...
Around...
And did you notice anything...
Not at all. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing.
What was Alice trying...
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard.
And did you learn anything important?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to... So, you'll have to figure...
What are you going to do?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and they're...
But you don't want to...
I'm scared myself. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, and I can't risk that.
What if I go in...
They don't know you. I'll figure something out.
I know everything.
Good. In the meantime...
I'm sorry.
Good day.
So, let's see what we have here. My God! Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place they found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards? Ugh. Better not to think about it. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy? Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair. cut off her breasts, but left her tongue. Then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
God be with you. What would you like?
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do. Ha!
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
That dead girl you have in the morgue. Alice.
You've seen her? Poor thing.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
She's gone to meet her maker. What more do you... You want to take away a piece of her? Well, you can't. Not a hair off her head, a bloody scrap of cloth or a thumb. You hear?
I don't want to take anything. I need to find something...
Like what, exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
Someone killed the poor girl.
Well, what do you plan on...
Find out who did it and
Well, if that's the way it is, and you really want to help them lasses... It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those...
No. He actually...
Help?
Well...
Right. You said she wasn't...
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
Do you remember how many...
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are...
I haven't been in Kuttenberg for...
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you?
That's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town wall.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used...
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle. Though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all at it, but Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was...
I'd like to speak with Lumiere.
At his home in Bohemia Street. That's near the church. You won't... I don't know exactly why, though.
Thanks.
It's my pleasure. It's actually... Wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could...
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue.
Thanks again.
Farewell, my friend.
Lumiere?
Oh, Christ, my head.
I need to ask...
I said not so loud.
That's some hangover. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off. This should sober him. No, not that. Nothing like... This should sober him. No.
Oh.
Lumiere?
Oh.
He's still... nothing.
More booze.
Drink up.
Wait, what?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl.
To me?
Are you Lumiere from the Rat House?
I used to be. No.
Oh, you don't look crazy.
Yeah. But I am. I see things in my head. I'm the biggest madman in...
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, you'll just end up hurting yourself.
Come now.
Poor girls. Nobody... We let it be in the end. With no way.
I need to know the truth.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, lad. I searched high and low. What makes you think you can...
Because I'm stubborn, and I don't have any other choice.
Brute force...
Not necessarily. If it's great enough.
So you want me to help you cause...
Because I'm not
Is that so?
Exactly.
How about that? Was that really supposed to convince...
Because I know people. And in the end...
I can't say you...
Because I have to find out the truth. My friend's life depends...
You may not be everything you claim. All right. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid, too. As were most of the...
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and...
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
Do you think it's the same?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first... If it's not all the same person...
This is the 6th one?
Probably about a year. Sometimes it takes him months. Sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls. Stanya.
Did the dead girls have...
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or back...
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a
But why does he even kill in the first...
I don't know. Maybe he hates women.
What can you tell me about...
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the Church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. A murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the 2 girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But...
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to...
Yeah. He still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one. I never could pin it on her, though. She always...
Maybe she robbed the wrong people.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name... When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory.
And what about the other 2?
It all started with them,
though nobody did much about it at the time. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her, so I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. She knew she was pretty, and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone high?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting.
In the graveyard, lad. The poor woman died of grief. It's sad to say, but we can't help those 2 dead girls now. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about...
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was... The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't... They both hung around a tavern they called... And the last victim is Alice. What they all have in common...
Good.
When you learn something, you've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad.
But I thought, if anything ever happened to my brother...
Thou shalt not cover...
Father?
I don't have time for...
That's not why I'm here. Someone killed and gutted a young...
Another one murdered. Why is it you are...
I fear for my sister. She's also a maid.
Yes. Fear for those close to you is commendable.
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka? She was...
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little...
And?
I was her uncle.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on... Yarka always went there.
Why do you think it was...
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan.
And does anyone else...
No.
You raised her?
Yes. Unfortunately...
How...
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up...
What does the priest know?
Yes. And what does a yokel...
Why don't you
That's... I won't tell you.
Come on, this is a real... You can trust me.
That's just what a person I should...
Fine. Let's leave it be then. I've heard enough, Father.
Son, I'll give you...
God grant you health.
it's late. What do you want from...
Did Estanya work here?
Stanya, it depends.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing, what kind of get...
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see.
Depends if they're loyal to your tavern.
Trust is all important. I'm plenty happy. So, what...
I'll have something to... Can I pay late?
Not a...
I don't want to...
Then I reckon we... Take care. What do you think you're doing?
You'd better pay me compensation, you blackguard.
We can work this out.
You tried to I won't let you...
Hang on. I'm sure we can... It was just a little joke.
You'll laugh on...
I'll gladly pay.
You got no coin?
I want the...
Fine by me. You'll get...
Fuck. Ah, what a disgrace. I need to get out of here. could lay down for a bit.
Today's batch turned out well, eh? Oh, you stink like a pig!
Told me he saw a dancing bear and very plenty of rats.
Pashko? He's a Pole, isn't he?
No, he's Celestian.
Aye, those Silesians seem to see dancing bears wherever they go. Odd folks.
I'd like to see one. I've seen it. Oh, I was working on the vineyard. This noble fella came by one day, and he had a falconer with him.
And he had a falconer.
What's that dreadful scent? Everyone knows that. No.
Ravens chat it up like nobody's business.
Every
eh?
day,
Don't
like
believe
this
me
one.
then. I mean, it wasn't
Zizka.
really talking, more like imitating singing a song.
So not only did the Raven sing, it was a Latin scholar as well. Fuck me, sounds like I'm cleverer than you.
Laugh all you like. At least I saw something interesting. While all you can do is crack jokes.
Don't get your knickers in a twist, lad. Ride all the way to Vienna if you want. Maybe you'll meet some other talented animals along the way. Like cows.
Here we are.
Shit!
Why is this all sticky?
They might have found a place near Kumes. Seems there's a burnt-out mill there we could hide out in.
A burnt-out mill? Not the one just outside Jehu's, by any chance?
Aye, it had some kind of funny name. What, you know the place?
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
Bad idea. But Borrow is already setting up a shop near Kumes. What's gotten into you? What's your problem?
Nothing.
I can fucking tell when you've got a problem, so spit it out.
It's just that I know someone there.
Near Klumes. Didn't you say you were from Schoenberg?
I am.
So who could you possibly know in this Shehud?
My brother.
That's a good thing, isn't it? It's always handy having a local who can help us out.
Well, not really. He's the priest.
A jug of wine, thanks.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad. Greetings. It's filthy again. Damn it.
Vasco told me he saw a dancing bear at the fair in Podiabrad.
Are you whistling at me? I'm not. How do they pour the beer on the table?
One beer after another.
Now just this.
Quick! Quick! Ah! Ka! 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 Quick! Ka!
Hey! You nearly ran into me!
Quick! Quick!
Take a look at this scoundrel! Pervert!
Ka!
Hungry, eh? I'll get you something nice.
Ah!
No! Don't kill me! God! Please!
Quick! Da! 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 Ka! Da! There now. Go! Da!
Whoa!
Quick! Go! Quick! Quick! Go!
Go! Go! Ka! Go!
Oh, whoa.
Quick! Ja! Quick! Go! Go!
Whoa!
Quick! Quick!
But it was just a simple misunderstanding.
Bollocks, a misunderstanding. You made a fool of yourself.
How am I supposed to do that?
You should go and see the priest. Nobody else can help you.
Oh, I, the priest. How could I have forgotten about him? Maybe because I don't think he'll be able to solve my problem.
Heartfelt prayer saved entire masses of Jews. And Jonah from the whale. So don't tell me it can't help with a little thing like you.
A little thing? So you're insulting me too now?
Sorry. I didn't mean it like that, of course.
Oh, well.
Come here. Come. You're going to be enshrined the entire journey.
Quick!
Whoa! Which king would that be? Whoa! Whoa!
Hmm? Hey, Wayfarer! You have a long road ahead of you.
Why is a scholar like yourself?
Because it would be hypocritical of me. Homo sapiens.
Unfortunately, I don't...
One must accept one's role in this world, and not...
I, but when lords fight, it's the ordinary folks that suffer.
They must have faith in divine law and the Holy Church, and must not succumb to... In fact, this is why I must now travel to Prague. Would it offend you? Not in the slightest. And dice are only sinful if one plays for... Let's play! What game would you like? Soldiers of... And do you have... Let's play beggar. And do you have enough money? I actually don't...
What did I do to you? What do you want?
Aren't those dice sad that you're just letting them sit there?
God, quick! Go! God! 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 Quick!
Ow!
Quick! Whoa! A caravan attacked so close to the city. It really isn't very safe around here.
Hey, you'll shoot someone.
Whoa, whoa! Quick! 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 Go!
Ow! Ow!
Good day.
God bless you.